Hi and welcome to my tutorial to the Canon SX 160 IS, a semi-professional digital photo and video camera from Canon. It comes with 16 megapixels with a 32 digital zoom, which integrates a 16 times optical zoom and a image stabilizer. We have, as we take a look around from the camera, we can see the lens is quite big in comparison to other cameras. And we have the center main switch, which is known from many different other cameras from Canon. We take a look on the lens. The lens comes out here, and it shows that it has the possibility to go from 5 millimeters to 80 millimeters with an aperture of 1 to 3.5 and 1 against 5.9, which is a quite good value for a normal digital camera. 16 times, and image stabilizing is also shown on the lens. And as we zoom, we see how far the lens comes out if the zoom is fully opened. We have the flash here, which comes out manually. So we have to press the button, and then of course we see the change on the display. So if the button is not pressed, the sign for the flash, and here it takes, please take the flash, and if we open, then the automatic for the flash is displayed. We are now in the green program, which is the fully automatic program for just taking a picture without thinking of anything about it. We have different programs. The program automatic, which is also known from other Canon cameras, to manually adjust the aperture of the lens and the time of the shutter. The which is TV, means you have a given aperture of the lens, and the time is given to you, or you can choose the time, and the other way round. We have the manual program, which gives you full control of any value you use for your photo, and as you see with these values, it shows the photo will be totally underexposed. So we would have to get the flash, and then the camera says, okay, with the flash the picture will be as shown. We have some other programs. These are the common or known programs like in single reflex photography on those cameras from Canon. We have a portrait program, which is signed with the SCN sign. Then we have the fisheye effect. We have a program for discrete photography, so the camera makes as low noise as possible. And of course, the last but not least one is the program for filming with the camera, for video filming. So as we see this, the display changes to the video camera symbol. What is not really spectacular on this camera is that it can only film in HD quality, but not in fully HD. So we have 1280 to somewhat pixels, which is for today, of course, a low video resolution. Today almost every smaller camera or every mobile phone can get a higher resolution. But of course, as with many lenses, with small lenses, the bigger lens brings a really better picture quality also in the video. The video starts or is started with this red button. These buttons are, of course, as you see, quite big, other than with other cameras. For big hands and big fingers, it's quite handy to use it. We have here also another wheel for switching through functions and a set button. This one means, of course, for flash programming, the display modes, so we can show everything we want. That is the highest resolution possible, the number of photos, the number of video minutes to film with this inserted SD card. With the menu, you see it here in German, but of course it comes all the same also in English. The menu gives you different possibilities to get different options here, which, for example, switch the digital zoom on or off, get the flash, get a look back if you made a photo, and gives you possibility to get some different settings. This center button shows the last photos with the playback button. With this button we can get some different exposure. For the pictures, we can walk through the pictures by using this small ring. This one is the self timer, and then of course this button is double set. This means this is the trash bin, so you can delete your photos which were not good exposed or you won't like anymore. We get the camera out and take a look here at the different parts of the body of the camera. We have here a battery for the general settings. This is quite useful because this camera works with normal batteries, so other than with a built-in with a built-in accumulator, you would have to change the batteries and take them out to replace them. So this backs up the personal data, for example, the date or the time setting or some other settings. We have here the SD card port, which I use with a 16 GB SD card, which comes in here. The question if a camera is more useful with normal batteries or with a built-in accumulator is a real personal question. I personally think it's easier to get some other batteries than always taking the charger with you, but this might of course be different for someone other. After this, here on this part of the camera, we see two connectors. One is the AV digital out and the other is the HDMI connector. The camera itself is quite handy, useful, comes really takes good pictures, has different possibilities for taking influence on your pictures. It has almost the functionality of a single reflex lens camera, but for a small, with a small body to take away with you. So it's quite, I really like this model, and I think it was a very good model. I don't think it's still being produced. But as you are interested in buying a better digital cam, a real good digital cam, I think this model is quite interesting. I would buy it again. I paid for it about 40 euro. This should be a reasonable price for this camera, which still is, as you take it to the lens technique, still top of the line. Of course, the sensor with 16 megapixel is quite outdated. Today, such cameras have really more megapixels and a higher video resolution. So this is, from my point of view, the only point to critic, that is not possible to make full HD videos. But on all other aspects, this camera is really useful and I will buy it again. So I hope you liked my small tutorial and take a look at my other videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.